I'm getting real 2004 vibes tonight.
So last night on CNN, after Biden racked up more wins on March 10th, Jake Tapper had some comments that finally bring to light the fact that Joe Biden may not be electable. So I want to show you this video, and this is really what CNN should have been discussing for the past 9 months, but only now they're making this point. But watch this.
Completely frank, I'm getting real 2004 vibes tonight, which is Democrats want to defeat an incumbent Republican so badly, Democratic voters I mean, that they decide which one is electable, and they decide, okay, it's John Kerry, or in this case, it's Joe Biden. There's a huge coalescing around that person. They want to end the primary process as soon as possible, and then basically they coronate this person. Now, what did we learn in the last few weeks? Mark McKinnon, former George W. Bush advisor, told me that actually they feared Howard Dean more, because Howard Dean, even though he was less predictable, there was a starker difference between Howard Dean and George W. Bush, and he was drawing much bigger crowds than John Kerry was able to. And Howard Dean, we had him on the Sunday show, and Howard Dean said, "Now you tell me." But the point is that when you have the Democratic electorate deciding that they are all a bunch of Rachel Maddows and Chris Hayes and the like, that they're just, progressive pundits, and they're going to pick out who is the best one, maybe they don't necessarily always know what they're doing.
Where was this point a year ago? This should have been talked about. This idea should have been talked about again and again. You have to embrace the energy in the party. You see with John Kerry, you see with Hillary Clinton, you see with Mondale. I mean, you can go back in time. The Democratic candidates that actually win, people like Barack Obama, people like Bill Clinton, there is real energy around them. There's no energy around Joe Biden. And this is because Democrats win with voter turnout. Now, the one potential saving grace here for Joe Biden, I still think Joe Biden is likely to lose against Trump if he's the nominee. But the one saving grace is that there is a lot of anti-Trump vote. There's a lot more anti-Republican vote this time than there has been in the past. So because of that, Biden still may be able to eke out a win if he gets out enough people, enough suburban voters, and maybe even some young voters, which he's not winning right now. But you have a much better case with Bernie Sanders because he speaks to young people. He's the people under 45, even in states that Bernie is losing outright. Places like Mississippi, Bernie Sanders is still winning young people in large numbers. These are the people that don't normally vote, but would come out and vote in a general for Bernie Sanders. So in 2016, the voters that voted for Hillary Clinton are going to come out, the vast majority of them are going to come out and vote for the Democratic candidate in 2020 because they're voting against Donald Trump. So the people you actually need to bring out in 2020 to win are people that did not come out in 2016. So we're talking a lot of young people, working class voters, independents, obviously progressives, left-wingers. They will come out for a Bernie Sanders. They will not come out in big numbers for a Joe Biden. Some of them may still come out because they hate Trump. They want to vote against Trump, but they will not come out in the same numbers. You know this. You know. I mean, even the biggest Biden supporter knows in their heart that Joe Biden's not going to bring out as many young people as Bernie Sanders will. You know this. And you should also know that the people that voted against Trump in 2016 are going to come out regardless in 2020 to vote against Trump again, regardless of the Democratic nominee. So this is why the lack of enthusiasm for Joe Biden, Democrats are setting themselves up for disaster if Biden is the nominee.